New archaeological, theological, and astronomical and microbiological discoveries of Laurel Smith of Chicago, Illinois, actually decodes the 400-year-old mistranslated, false, man-based religious King James Bible textbook. When we look at the ceiling area in the cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA, located in Ethiopia, we see the book of Genesis 49 chapter and 8 verse, original fourth son of Jacob, as a black African couching lion sphinx of ancient GIZA, GAZA, Palestine, Ethiopia, and Jerusalem. This African sphinx face, it has, in the ear area, it has a pyramid. So this would decode the Isaiah 19:19 GIZA pyramids. Now, the biological life form in Ezekiel's world within the world like U.F.O had 3 fingers and 1 thumb, no sex organs, smooth skin between its legs. This is the big black oval shaped eyes, extraterrestrial guardians of our entire solar system. Now, when we talk about the discovery of the Isaiah 19:19 GIZA pyramids, geometric longitude and latitudinal line based apotem pyramid lines, the corners of the triangle, okay, is what I refer to as the apotem lines. So when we look at the square ceiling of the cross-shaped building structure in Ethiopia, we see a series of squares, and one square behind the other is 2 pyramids. Now, when you look at the GIZA pyramids, you're looking at the first tip of the pyramid. That's the first tip of the sideways orientated Masonic square. Now, the base of the pyramid is the Masonic square, and that's 220 cubits. The apotem line, so side angle of the pyramid in Africa, is 356 cubits. Now, when we talk about the cube structure of New Jerusalem being generated from the dominant octagonal building structure, then when we superimpose the 1, 2, 3 group of the pyramid squares, that appears as the 784 Dome of the Rock Globe Earth Stele Pyramid Mercator projected images. On a blank sheet of paper, 1 square, then you turn the square sideways. This is called a double Masonic square. And the intersecting lines of the double Masonic square can be seen generating the Dome of the Rock octagonal building structure, roof. So this reconnects the black African couching lion sphinx of ancient Judaism to the Dome of the Rock outer wall stone rectangular window frame 784 Babylonian style pyramid image. As well as the 1, 2, 3 group of the pyramid squares. Now, the 1, 2, 3 group of the pyramid squares appears on Mars in the original SOL 103 Curiosity rover, where we see an African pyramid that has an apex, and in front of this African pyramid that have an apex, just some ways up this sloping hill, we see the sphinx face, a couching sphinx with a royal headdress. Now, this alien rod 3. Now remember, the Isaiah 19:19 GIZA pyramids was created to the biological life form in Ezekiel's world within the world like U.F.O. Now, the ancient Egyptians referred to them as Niter, N-T-R, or Nitiru. Okay, now the watchers over humanity. So when we discover that Angel Michael is a Nitiru, then when we look at the face of the Nitiru in the cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA ceiling post area, we see Alien 33. On Mars, we see Alien 33. Now, this is 3 fingers and 1 thumb, black, grayish extraterrestrial of our entire solar system. These are the guardians of our entire solar system. So when we see the aerial view Mount Sinai image, okay, we see Alien 1 and we see a Sphinx 1 face image. Now, if you draw a line from the top of the Sphinx head, which is 29 degrees north, and take it across the desert, across the Euphrates River, it falls 1 degree to 28 degrees, and that's the top of Mount Sinai. So when you see in this video African Sphinx, 1 face, and an alien, 3 fingers and 1 thumb, big black oval shaped eyes, gray extraterrestrial guardians of our entire solar system. So this is who transported Ezekiel's will within the world like U.F.O. This is who transported the black African counting line things above the atmospheric regions of planet Earth and into the outer regions of space. And now we see his 1, 2, 3 grouping of pyramid squares on Mars. This would be the SOL Curiosity rover land surface image of an African pyramid that have an apex. In the land surface image, in which I micropixelated the surface of when I discovered the African Sphinx, and then the 1, 2, 3 grouping of pyramid triangles or pyramid squares, I immediately connect them to the cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA interior ceiling area. When you look up, you see a SPHINX44 face image. Now the SPHINX44 face image and on wall 2, or the SPHINX2 face image, is outside of the cross-shaped building structure in the enclosure area. Just picture a big bulldozer in front of your house digging a 50 feet deep square. If you're looking down upon it from a helicopter, you're looking down within the cubic dimensions of New Jerusalem. This would be the purpose of the Masonic Square base of the Isaiah 1919 Giza pyramids. Now, if we go back to LALIBELA, the same thing occurred when the aliens in Ezekiel's world within the world like U.F.O. assisted the ancient Africans in LALIBELA in the construction of the solid cross-shaped building structure 11, where it was carved out of solid bedrock, and the area that was left formed the square. The square is so deep that once you jump down in it and reach the bottom and look up, you're looking up from the cubic dimensions of New Jerusalem. How do we know this? Because every cube has a square for a ceiling, a square for a floor, and a square for a left and right wall. So when we rediscover the cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA connected to the cubic dimensions of New Jerusalem, we immediately look at the base area of the building 11 in LALIBELA, which appears to be the origin of the Jerusalem Temple Mount octagonal building structure. Outer wall stone rectangular window frame 784 ancient globe earth stele pyramid Mercator projected image. Now, when we connect both stele pyramid images in LALIBELA to the dome of the rock outer wall stone rectangular window frame, we have actually decoded the origin and purpose of the Ethiopian cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA as the architectural origin of the Jerusalem Temple Mount octagonal building structure. Now remember, on a blank sheet of paper, a square. Turn the square sideways, now you have a double Masonic square. And the intersecting lines generated the octagonal building structure roof in Jerusalem. So when we see the same thing, a cross-shaped building structure in LALIBELA within the square enclosure area, we see that the SPHINX2 face appears in the wall 2 area. This is outside of the cross-shaped building structure at the walls of the deep square. So this is the walls of the cubic dimensions of New Jerusalem. So actually, if we see a Sphinx in the cubic dimensions of New Jerusalem square, Masonic square dimensions wall, then we're talking about who returned to the Jerusalem Temple Mount is not the false man-based image of Jesus or Jehovah in the 400-year-old mistranslated King James Bible, false man-based religion to the world. The ones that return to Earth is the African lion Sphinx of ancient Giza, Gaza, Palestine, Ethiopia, and Jerusalem, along with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now remember, this so-called God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is only the extraterrestrial guardian of the entire human race. Make a note of that. This is the biological life form in which I refer to as Alien 33 that appeared in Ezekiel's world in the world like Old Testament U.F.O. So thank you for viewing these great archaeological, theological, and astronomical discoveries.